in any connection, whether it be with friends, partners, family, or someone you're just getting to know. Trust is essential and important. Forming a strong impression of someone's essence requires analyzing both their words and actions. I'll talk about each of these kinds of people and why it might be a good idea not to befriend them. When someone displays such habits, you should be suspicious of them, and you may want to think again about accepting them as a true friend or partner. When I say I don't respect someone, I don't mean insulting or disrespecting them, but rather knowing when to withdraw yourself from people whose problematic habits do not contribute to your well-being or impair your life. Now I'll go over 6 different kinds of people who you shouldn't put your friendship and trust in. Chapter 1. A person who is prone to criticism. Someone who always finds fault with everything, especially with other people. When someone criticizes others, we can discover more about their character and personality from their actions than about the target of the criticism. This critical mindset can expose crucial facets of the person in question. Thus, it's critical to know when to cut ties with such activities in order to preserve positive and healthy connections. Avoid this kind of person at all costs, since if they gossip and talk bad about other people, they probably do the same when you're not there. Some people never put any effort into improving themselves. They are always trying to bring others down by spreading stories and gossip. They take advantage of people's flaws to stand out in the midst of friendships. It's interesting to consider people who spend their time criticizing and spreading rumors about others. They are not typically people who are preoccupied with productive activities, such as careers, personal problems, and financial obligations. These people often show how unhappy and unemployed they are by making pointless comments about other people. As a result, it is important to be cautious and avoid discussing your life and plans with this type of individual. Those who speak poorly of others might easily do the same to you. Therefore, treat them with no regard and no thought. Chapter 2. A person who lacks empathy and is more inclined to deceive or harm others for their advantage. These people lack the ability to put themselves in the shoes of others and understand their emotions, making them less trustworthy. An empathetic individual would be hesitant to cause pain to others because they can fathom the misery their actions could cause. This empathy serves as a built-in repellent to negative behavior. When someone is capable or comfortable injuring others, it typically indicates a lack of empathy, making them less trustworthy. Also, they are unlikely to accept responsibility for their conduct, since untrustworthy people are selfish, caring only about themselves, and ignoring the repercussions of their own actions. Chapter 3. A person who pretends to listen or fakes listening. If you ever talk to someone who, to keep the conversation going, just said, "I understand, that's true," without really contributing to the conversation, this is dull and insulting at the same time. When it's your turn to talk, the worst thing that can happen is that the other person reacts to what you say, but then pretends to listen, gets distracted by the phone, or agrees without really wanting to know what you have to say. When you talk to someone, you should expect them to pay attention to what you have to say. Therefore, it is acceptable to terminate the conversation if the other person shows no interest or becomes distracted by their phone, exhibiting honest inattentiveness and uninterest. It's almost like you're speaking to yourself. It doesn't make sense to keep talking to someone who isn't paying attention or doesn't seem to care what you have to say. And you don't have to waste your time on someone who doesn't value your words. Don't be afraid to cut the person off, or even say that you want to leave. Respect is unnecessary for someone who doesn't return the favor and would rather pretend to pay attention while fiddling with their phone. Chapter 4. A person who perpetually faces problems. Someone who always has problems. They are never happy with anything, but they don't do anything to change it either. This person regularly complains to everyone, saying that things are always hard and that they don't know what's going on. It's important to be careful around people with this profile, because if someone keeps having problems, it's not just an accident or a cosmic plot against them. A lot of the time, the person makes things worse by choosing the wrong path and making the same mistakes over and over again without learning from them. And these problems will reach you if you get involved with them. This person may also have trouble keeping their feelings in check. Because of this, it's best to keep a healthy amount of mistrust for this kind of person. If you feel compelled to help this person, even though their story is full of problems, you need to be aware that their issues can easily become your own. Keep in mind that people who seem to attract problems and trouble are probably going through real problems in their own lives. You don't want those problems to spread to you because you already have enough to deal with. Therefore, it's better to separate yourself from such people who hold you back. Chapter 5. A toxic individual. It is very important for keeping relationships healthy and taking care of your mental health. It's in their nature to spread negativity, bring down others' self-esteem, and make the setting unsafe. Toxic people can show up in many ways, such as by criticizing you all the time, playing with your emotions, or acting rudely. Their appearance often creates a bad mood that makes people less happy and less productive. Toxic people can spread discontentment to those around them, making it worse for everyone. To keep your relationships healthy, you need to figure out who these harmful forces are and stay away from them. People who are poisonous often lower self-esteem by making you feel bad about yourself and feeding your doubts and fears. To respect yourself, you have to be able to spot toxic people, set limits, and put your mental health first. It is very important to speak up and say what you feel when someone is acting in a harmful way. But if the criticism doesn't go away, separating yourself is necessary to keep your mental health safe. Emotional self-defense means not trusting or respecting people who are harmful to you. Toxic people would really ruin any setting or person's mood, so it's best to stay away from them. Chapter 6. A person who shows appreciation to your face, but behind the scenes spreads harmful rumors, not only about you, but also about others. As a result, don't be shocked if rumors begin to circulate about you. These people can go from smiling broadly and engaging in pleasant conversation to disparaging you in front of everyone in an instant. If this person acts this way, you should put an end to the friendship right away. In any relationship, honesty and integrity are essential, and it is poisonous and damaging to be around people who lack these qualities. Therefore, preserving your tranquility and well-being must come first. When you discover this personality duplicity, it might be advisable to distance yourself, because it might put you in a lot of bad and troublesome situations. If we forgot to mention any other type of person, please leave it in the comments. Or if you have dealt with any type of person mentioned in the video, do share your experience in the comments. More videos filled with valuable information is coming soon, so make sure to subscribe